Hey guys, how's it going today? Todd, the cheap drums guy. Strange day. Well, good thing about today, my two other cymbals arrived. My Sabian XS20 ride cymbal and my Sabian XS20 hi-hats. Hi-hats are darn near brand new. I was really happy about that. The ride, it's a little bit of schmutzy on there. Just got to clean it off a little bit, but it should be fine. But something else showed up in the mail. Yeah, box from Griffin Industries. Now this is something that I planned on getting a long time ago with my electronic drums, but I opted not to at the time just because there was stuff going on. But I had a couple of $100 left over from the sale of my boat's dinghy, and that's just extra money. It's any extra money we have is spending money, so we don't touch the savings or anything like that. So anything we sell, you know, we can spend on whatever. So I had $200 left over, and I was fighting the urge to buy that Premier Cabaret set. Fought the urge, and I'm like, well, the money's burning a hole in my pocket, so why don't I just pick this up, since I've been thinking about it for a long time anyways. But this is the Griffin double bass pedal. Got this off Amazon. Griffin is the same company, if you remember, that the twin tom holder mount that just hold the tom separately like a cymbal stand. That was also Griffin. And this is their double bass drum pedal. Yeah. And let me tell you, this thing is heavy. And I already cut it open, of course. Let's get her out and take a look. Well, it's not a lightweight by any means. Holy crap. I'll get the wife to clean out the garage. Holy jeez, this is, I was really surprised about the weight. The whole box weighs about 30 pounds. And I didn't think, holy crap, I didn't think the pedal was going to be that substantial. Double single kick drum pedal. Now, for the longest time, I wanted to get a second bass drum pedal, just because when I donated that one electronic kit down to our friends downstate, I lost my secondary, my spare. And now I have a spare. It just happens to have another pedal attached to it. But I figured, you know, I wanted to play with the idea about getting one of these, a double pedal. Not that I had no inclination to do double bass drum stuff, and I don't get into heavy metal. I don't like that stuff at all. But I thought this would be kind of interesting to try out, help out on fills. Wow. Upon first inspection, this is a very, very nice piece of hardware. It's quite heavy. All right. It's made, my primary pedal is an RX Series D drum pedal. And that thing, it's an absolute beast. It is seriously heavy duty, and this is exactly about the same quality. This is pretty impressive. It's got a lot of adjustments, your spring tension, connection to your bass. And, oh, look at that. It also comes with a pretty serious drum key. No, it's not a drum. Oh yeah, it is a drum key. And it comes with little Allen head screws. It also has your little things to go into your carpet to keep it immobilized. It's fully adjustable. It's just, how is that? Oh, it's kind of interesting. Okay. 2 beaters, and show the beaters real quick. This is a nice little feature of it here. The beater has 4 positions on it, and it also has a memory lock, or it can also be used as a weight. Again, the beaters, everything is on this is quite adjustable. This thing it's kind of interesting. The left, the slave pedal, doesn't have the spring, although you can remove the spring and put it on here by the looks of it. However, both springs are on the same pedal, which would be my right. So, which to me would make adjusting it a lot easier because I'm not going from one side over to the other side. Everything is right here, and I can mimic everything with one hand. But I like that key. Well, that's pretty tight. Yeah, chicks dig drum keys. All right. Look at that. Now, it's a dual chain beater. I mean, this is, it's pretty nice. I'd almost say, I don't have it, of course, with me because it's downstairs, but I'd almost say that this is the same beater as that RX Series D drum is. It's just got a different footboard on it. And you've heard me talk about inexpensive drum kits being made in bulk, and then each company puts their own individual stickers on it. Well, the same can be said with drum pedals. And if you look at cymbal stands also, more often than not, the cymbal stand, what's denoting the maker of the cymbal stand is just a sticker around there. And that's the same thing with a lot of pedals. The footboard, right? All it is instead, well, this series we put Griffin on there. Next series we make could have D drum, could have pearl, who knows? But this, I am really, really impressed with the quality of this. Really nice, nice rubber feet on both for non-slip. And each pedal does have the little spring-loaded knobs to get the little pointed feet down so you don't move around on the carpet. Okay, and this will not turn until I get this hooked up. So, but already, just from first impression, I am really, really impressed. This is a serious piece of hardware. But if you read up on people's recommendations or what people thought when they got their product at the end, I can't remember what they're called right offhand, but people complained. I read them on this pedal, and there was a lot of complaints. And I also read on a few other pedals also, and again, more complaints. However, I kind of pieced 2 and 2 together. When you get something like this and you put it together, what's the first thing you should do? Once you get it adjusted for yourself, for being comfortable and whatnot, then you go in and tighten everything up. And it's what these people weren't doing. They weren't tightening everything. Now, when this stuff is made, probably in China somewhere, and do you think that poor guy is sitting there adjusting it all perfect and getting it all pretty and just perfect for you? No, he's not. He's whizzing through this, getting this together, just the basic minimum, just to get it out the door to work on the next one. That's all he's doing. So you have to expect, when you get something like this, when you put it together, you have to go in, after your adjustments for yourself, you have to go in and tighten everything so it stays together. Because all of those complaints were, as I started using it, played it for about an hour, and the thing fell apart. Well, when everything's finger tight, what do you expect? But I'm pretty impressed. But I got this this pedal through Amazon. On Amazon through Geek Stands, G-E-E-K, Geek Stands, and it was about $94, which was a pretty good deal. The the lowest double bass drum pedals you can buy are around $120. I think it was PDP by DW. I think they had the lowest price one other than this. But this one was $94. Griffin also makes, they make cymbal stands, they make hi-hat stands, single pedals of course, and a double tom stand, but they also make a remote hi-hat pedal, which was something that I kind of was interested in also, because I wanted to try my hand at open style drumming, just open-handed drumming, and have a remote hi-hat off to the right and try it out. But they had the remotes for $138. And at the time I saw it, which was a couple days ago, they had like 18 left. But if anybody's looked up remote pedals before, man, they're expensive. Those pearls are like, what, $600? I think you're paying probably $400 too much. But Griffin did have that remote hi-hat stand for $138. I don't know how good a shape it is or how effective it is, but so far Griffin, you know, I've not been disappointed by anything they had. I mean, everything looks very well put together, very clean. The castings are very clean. I don't see any problems, and there's a lot of adjustments. A lot of adjustments that I got to figure out myself here. Oh, look, directions. Why would I want to look at directions? But Geek Stands, it's kind of nice. They send you in the box. They tell you about additional discounts and whatnot if you order through Geek Stands themselves. And what I've noticed on both this pedal, or this set of pedals, and the tom stand, there's always a handwritten note. Do you really need to write a handwritten note? No, you don't. But you know, when you find something on here and everything's written out in an actual pen by the actual people at the store, this is a little family-run business. It's kind of nice. It's a personal touch. Granted, it really doesn't mean anything, but nonetheless, it's still pretty cool. And they also send a little flyer showing everything they offer, all the different kind of stands and parts. And they not only offer, well, Griffin also sells their snare drums. I won't get into that. They sell basic equipment, lighting. They sell microphones as well, and benches and stuff like that for organs and pianists and whatnot. But for $94, we're gonna give her a shot. Yeah, as soon as I figure out how to get it together. Wait, I'm an engineer. I can do it. If I can't, I'll just call my wife. Let's get busy with this, shall we? Yeah. Okay, so it literally took me 10 seconds to put the thing together. And then once I got it adjusted, I went in to tighten all the other lugs and whatnot on here, and all the screws and bolts on the shaft and all that, and everything was already tight. The shaft is adjustable out farther. I got it in as close as it'll go, just for the fact I don't think I need a big spread on it. Well, it's really interesting because this is my first double pedal. I'd never had them before. I really didn't know too much about them. But both springs are on the single pedal. But if you want to change it out, they also include extra hardware to put a spring on the left pedal. But you could just also just take that one off there also. But so in all actuality, I have two spares. I am really impressed with the fit and finish of this thing. The chains are nice and straight. They're held on good. You hear certain people say about the footboards are on there all kind of on an angle or whatnot. The chains are crooked, but these are on there straight. I am really impressed. And all the finish, I mean, it looks like pretty heavy duty hardware. a lot better quality than you'd expect for something like this for $94. And that drum key, wow, that's I like that one. That's one of my favorites already. It is built just like my D-Drum RX series. I think this thing's going to turn out just fine. Now I just got to get it down, hook it up to bass drum, and proceed to embarrass myself for a little bit and see what I can come up with. All right, well, I don't have a two-leg stand that's designed to go with a double pedal, so you have to kind of improvise a little bit and have it somewhat under the hi-hat leg there. But this thing is pretty cool. Now, with spring tension on bass drum pedals, generally they're set at a happy medium. Of course, you have to go in and find what's best for you. Mine started out as happy medium, and I adjusted it to tight, loosened it up, footboard angle, did everything, and by the time I was actually finished and comfortable with what I had, I was about at factory settings. And that's where I am at with this one. Oh my goodness, this is something else. It's going to be very difficult trying to get used to this. And my feet. It's going to be something else trying to get used to this. But I'll tell you one thing. This footboard, I hate to say it because my D-drum pedal is real close by. I really hate to say it, but I kind of prefer this one now. And this thing feels so good. And of course I got to use this pedal a little bit. So I'm going to keep this pedal on for a while and play with it. And again, I don't want to sit there and do the Eddie Van Halen or the Alex Van Halen double bass stuff. But I just thought if I could just add it in, like with a few fills, I've accomplished what I wanted to do. But for 90 bucks, oh my God, if it was just a single pedal, it would be worth it. This is a really, really nice pedal, and I'm pretty impressed. And again, right now it's at the shortest setting on the shaft here. Excuse my dirty socks and my work socks. My other ones are hand-woven silk by Japanese geisha. But just the quality of this pedal is just astounding. I just find it with the way things are today, that this is only $94. Just a single pedal is worth that. But I'm going to play with this a little bit, and today's Thursday night. I'm going to see what I can come up with. See what I come up with, and I'll try a video tomorrow night to add to it, and call it good on the video. Peace.
You guys really need to be quiet down here, okay? If you wake her up, she's going to be pissed. And since you're stuffed in this box, now would be a good time to like and subscribe, don't you think? Sit in there a couple more days and tell me what you think then.
hell did I do with my ice copy? Hey guys, how's it going? Well, it didn't take long for me to come to my verdict about the double bass pedal from Griffin Industries. This thing is a wonderful addition, and I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to get used to it and trying to incorporate it into songs. That song Pound Cake by Van Halen, there was a little bit in it, not a lot, just to help me with some of my single work, just because I play heel down. It's a little more difficult. It wasn't perfect, made a couple of mistakes, missed a couple spots, but that's okay. It's all part of the learning process. It's kind of fun, actually. Got a lot of stuff going on. You can't see it off camera, but I've got lights, and I've been tinkering with those, and over the next several videos I'm going to try to get them, try to find a sweet spot for them, so I can incorporate it better. What they are, they're two LED lights on a stand. Each has their own stand. This one's got a yellow filter on it, and this one's got a red filter, and then above me I have a regular somewhat diffused white light. Just tinkering with little things. Other things I'm messing with. Now, I said I wasn't going to get drum mics, and I plan on not getting any drum mics because I really don't need them. Once I got the drums tuned to a point that sound both good to me and the microphones on the iPad, I really don't feel the need for it. However, because sometimes the way I set up, maybe up in the kitchen or down here, if I'm farther away, the camera's farther back, I did pick up little clip-on mics that I'm going to try to use in the future. This is the only type of mic I'm going to use, only because my voice, sometimes in the morning I'm a little hoarse, or I really got to work on things like that, like clearing my throat and coffee and all that on videos. But this, hopefully, so I can get a better overall sound and I don't have to speak up, or I'm speaking too quietly. But as far as this, again, as far as this Griffin pedal, this thing's great fun. My foot, my right foot, which is my primary, gets really fatigued after a while, sometimes with playing. I don't stretch out as properly as I should before I start. And sometimes some of the single bass work can be a little quicker. And I found that using the double pedal to try to help me out on that is starting to work out pretty good, and I'm kind of getting used to it. It's kind of odd that like that last song, I have the hi-hat locked in. I'm used to standing on the hi-hat the whole time, but no biggie, it's just part of it all. And since I'm here, let me just show you these real quick. And these are going to be adding to my kit. This is the XS20 hi-hat set I got. I haven't untaped it and cleaned them up yet, but those are in pretty good shape. A brilliant set, and I'm looking forward to trying these. I'm not going to take my pasties off. Remember several months ago, the video I did about making an auxiliary hi-hat yourself, just using a secondary cymbal boom arm, and using that, I'm going to move my PST7 hi-hats over here to that stand, make a kind of a little auxiliary hat. I won't be able to open and close, of course, but I don't really need it to. But those are those. And here, this big old girl, that's my XS20 ride, and she needs a little bit of cleaning, but I think she'll turn out fine. I pinged it a few times with the stick, and it's a little washier than my PST7 ride, but I'll just put a couple of pieces of painter's tape underneath to dumb it down, or maybe a moon gel on it. But I'm looking forward to trying this out. It's just kind of exciting. It's a new sound, something cool to do. But anyways, let's see, what do I talk about? The lights, the single microphones, and I actually have 2 microphones, and I got the 2-pack for a reason, because I'm trying to get my wife to help with these videos, and I want her to be able to talk and be able to hear her quite easily as well. So this is just something new to learn. These are kind of nice. It's just got a little bass unit that plugs into the iPhone or iPad, and you turn these on, you link up, plug and play, supposedly. I've heard that crap before, not all the time it works, but these were like $10. So I'm not expecting a lot. Should be fun though. The lights were pretty cool though. I've got like 10, 15, I think 10 filters for each light, different colors. They have different settings, different patterns, and I have to keep exploring new videos on YouTube to see which way to set them up, if I have to suspend them, or, you know, it's all one big learning curve, and it's kind of fun, and it adds to the drumming. And speaking of which, man, I'm so glad I started this. I just couldn't be happier. But anyways, that's it for this week. I'm Todd, the Cheap Drums Guy. You people have a good day, and I will talk at you soon.